So now we are going to discuss about cyber intelligence alternatives to offset online sedition by in website image analysis through web crawler cyber forensics. So first of all, we should know about the introduction. A cybercrime is illegal act that involves the usage of internet. So by using internet, whatever the illegal act we can do is nothing but a cybercrime. So cybercrime such as debit, credit card frauds, hacking and unauthorized access, virus attack, and denial of service attacks, fake profiles on social media, IPR violations, cyber terrorism, e-commerce, investment fraud, cyber stalking, identity theft, data diddling, source code theft, breach of privacy and confidentiality, and other computer related crimes, email related crimes such as email spoofing, email spamming, email bombing, sending threatening mails, email frauds, phishing, lottery frauds, investment frauds, and other online crimes are mentioned. So these all crimes involved as a cybercrime. So cybercrimes are perpetrated more and more as the internet usage rises. So the internet usage should be used in a positive direction, but if you are trying to do an illegal act, then we can call it as a cybercrime. The crime scenario in this society has become twofold, which is both online and offline. With the use of internet, the crime is owing to the abusive usage of an image in the homepage of culprit website. So the image usage is needless to say nationally abusive during 2011 to 2014 owing to the mention of government of Telangana during a time span where there was no such government found by any constitutional provision such as enactment through parliament. In other words, we can see basically the website use such mention in the image. So we can consider an image. So the image of the culprit website is traced by retrieving the website by using open source cyber forensic web crawler tool Wayback Machine snapshots of the retrieved home pages on two different dates. So the image was there one and image on date where the image was there and the two where the image was not there. So what presented? So here we can see that the quick glance and analysis of images impresses immediately about the seditious organized group of pupils by JNUH JAC, an unregistered outfit in the JNUH academic environment. So the snapshot, we can discuss about these two snapshots. So the snapshot one snapshot does not bear image. Further, the present is totally redesigned. This means the organization committed cybercrime in the background, protecting itself without any evidence. So it has it has committed a crime, but it has no evidence to prove that they have committed a crime. So analytical case study of multiple cybercrimes is presented. The remaining part of the paper, it can be organized as follows. The second section gives the details of ICT and different types of cybercrimes. So in section 3, we present the FIR filed by the Cyberabad police at Gachibowli police station, Hyderabad with respect to the case, section 4, and the section 4 presents the conclusions and the future work. So what is a related work to the snapshots or to the pictures that we are going to discuss? The literature survey carried out as resulted to the research work present in this paper. The first work related to the cybercrimes involved in the case study was presented. So if I want to elaborate on this, so the cybercrime evidence of the cybercrimes was thoroughly captured and present on more elaboration of reporting and recording in details. The work delineates the RTA Act impact to define the conditions that were against the pursuing for the field reporting and ensuring the registration of the cybercrime to successfully prevail upon the public authorities for right information in the information technology era. So the impact, so such that the research work has dwells upon cyber remedial forum against the cyber crimes. So what happens? What is the research work is going to say? What we can get? So we can study whatever the cybercrime cases, and we can spread awareness among the twin cybercriminal organizations JNUH JAC and CSGOT such that the public strength is garnered to regain the national losses owing to the impact of cybercrimes in the case study. Nearly 50 interrogation like information retrieving points and issues raised and laid under RTA application are presented together with the investigation and prosecution details of cybercrime. the management in the organizational setting in the academic scenario under consideration and to adaptive management. The charge sheet of the first cybercrime registered as regards the case studies analyzed to evaluate for the right information and to track the cyber criminal issue, and it can be handled so that it can be handled in the information technology era. So we are going to discuss about what is ICT and what is cybercrime. ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. So it enables society to create, collect, communicate, manage, and process information in multimedia. Multimedia, nothing but different media and various digital formats for different purposes by using telecommunication techniques. With the rapid advances in ICT, people are doing business and making many social communications. So it has brought the countries and people closer together, but at the same time, the criminals are also allowed to do vulnerable tasks. So the cybercrime has become a big threat in private, professional, and public sectors. So not only all the sectors, it has become a big threat to the entire nation in all the works. So moreover, the cybercrimes is now entering directly into home to thief and fraud the individual's identity. So the most of the persons, as we know, that the terrorists or some other persons, they are changing their identity. As we know that if someone is changing their identity, it becomes a national issue. So by the means of ICT, these criminals are using the knowledge to gain benefits quickly and using the expertise to gain money easily without having or doing any genuine daily work. So when they do this all illegal activities, of course we know that they'll be gaining a lots of money. So instead of doing the genuine work, they're implementing this easy task of cybercrime, which also means that it is affecting the nation. So cybercrime losses are not actually measurable. In most of the financial sectors, the accounts are tapped and altered to get the benefit out of it. So we know that the many politicians or many strong components, many strong persons will alter the accounts so that they can get so much of black money. So due to this, various industries are attacked and their money is stolen and information is altered and corruption. We know that the corruption is a main issue in our country. Many big leaders and many politicians are doing corruption now. Even that can be considered as a cybercrime. The Cybercriminal Sedition Case Study (CGOT), a cybercriminal organization, has been prevalent in the JNTH academic environment in the last several years. It maintains a website which is the base for a cybercrime. This culprit organization perpetrated cybercrimes over the internet, and the website was used to organize quite many a section of the university population in JNTH. We know that nearly 2,000 people got registered in this website. The case status information from the Cyberball police website is also shown as a proof for the complaint which is registered. So the image analytics and the crime analytics led us to the following conclusions. What are the conclusions? The culprit organization committed a big data crime. Multiple crimes are involved and thousands of registrants are involved. Thousands of people are involved. We do not give a definite definition of big data crime here because we don't know how it is done and what it is causing. So we cannot justify what is that big data crime, and there is no definition as such anywhere in the literature of on cyber crimes. However, we claim so on account of it that is cognizable that there are many crimes and thousands of registrations involved. We claim that the cybercrime can be computed under the term degree of crime. So the case study under consideration. For instance, degree of crime means here the number of crimes involved multiplied by the number of registrations involved. In response to the complaint imaged, a crime of identity theft under section 66C IDA 2000 to 2008 was registered as depicted in the FIR copy images. So it interests as to who is at the loss and what is at the loss in the cybercrime study. So in other words, the impact requires analytical study. But in a typical sedition crime case like the present case study, money is not at loss. Then who is at loss and what is at loss? Is it a personal loss or impersonal loss? The answers are that the loss here is impersonal loss and national loss. It is not only affecting the individual, but it is affecting the entire nation. So it will of course a national loss, and the loss in the national amenity, national solidarity, national consciousness, national unity, national integration, and national integrity. And the national sentiments are badly affected when the people are apathetically inured to the national sentiments in regard of the aforementioned national ideas. The very concept of the national is at the risk and jeopardy. So this may seem little to the ordinary citizens, but it has a huge impact. It has a huge negative impact on the following years. So a society and the nation are targeted to become malleable towards a national motto, aims, and objectives. When the people of the society become easy subjects to accept insensitively wrong criminal information usage through the internet, people lose sense of belonging to the nation. So they will be thinking that it doesn't belong to the nation, and they will be actively participating in these activities. So in this regard, the citizens are expected to be smart citizens, so that they can discern between right and wrong, and they can discern between what is the genuinity and what is what is the sense of belonging to the nation. The smart citizenship does not accept national level crimes. So smart citizens and students in particular do not become members of seditiously cybercriminal groups. They must give smart solutions in order to prevent this, whatever the cybercrimes happening. So in order to prevent this two cyber prohibition against the cybercriminal organizations such as JNTH, and the CGOT or SGOT. On account of the sedition crime that is applicable to the CGOT, it is also termed as SGOT. The concept of image processing in the case study has less relevance in the traditional sense. The images analytics presented are unique to human assessment and analysis. It is very difficult to develop and deploy web application that process the images in lakhs of websites in the internet by web problem means and recognize the identify the cybercriminally seditious abusive usage presented by the organization. So here we are going to discuss we have discussed about the cyber criminal, what are the alternatives for the cyber criminal organization. The development of web color cyber forensic image processing software is a challenging problem for modern AI researchers. Of course, we know the cybercrime does not involve a single person, it affects a whole nation. So the whole nation is nothing but it is a challenging task. So development of web color cyber forensic image processing software is a challenging problem for modern AI researchers. The ability of inside and is unique to the human side. When this inside and accumulated the loss in the citizens, in particular high education level students who are blinded with the nationally abusive sentiments. Thus, there is a necessity to develop ICT for awareness and campaign for the nation. So, instead of I am saying that we have to give a solution in order to stop all these cyber crimes, but also we should have the positivity, and also we should have the awareness, and the campaign should run for this, so that many people and many illiterate, non-illiterate, many big parties and students, everyone can get some awareness regarding these cyber crimes. So regarding this national losses that we are going to face is not only today but in the future years, in the future generations. So national losses is nothing but in terms of national amity, national solidarity, national unity, and so on forth, due to the cyber criminal sedition and allied cyber crimes of twin organizations JNTH, and CSGOT in the case study. One work in the paper goes a long way not merely in the identification of the cybercriminal section of the twin organizations, but in the recording of cyber crimes. So it is believed that the cybercrime is not registered under Sedition Act because the IT Act 2000 to 2008 does not particularly have anything to deal with this kind of cybercrime. Thus, it is hoped that our attempts makes initiatives to generate a think tank of IT intelligentsia and legis that paves the way for a future formulation and provision by revision and amendment to the IT Act to deal with the cybercriminal section. The print screen image of the case status information testifies from the Cyberabad police testifies to that cybercriminal sedition complaint is registered under section 66C ITA 2000 to 2008 on January 5th 2018 with the crime number 0006 2018. So on the site file report of author of this paper is recorded and captured as case study related to the file. The various document pages related to this crime registration are captured to track the lifestyle and in the case of cyber crimes. It is considered that the images serve for the circumstantial evidence with respect to the tracking of this case. So we know that the images we should have an evidence proof, not like a talking, but we should have a proof. The image can serve as evidence with respect to tracking the cybercrime. The denotional semantics of the term cybercrime cycle is variegated. The term refers to crime unchecked. Another denotional semantics is as follows. It refers to cybercrime that was prevalent over a period of time but was not convinced, and whereas the stakeholders of the crime continue the activity either with the continuing evidence of the crime or otherwise. In other words, we can say that the activity in the cybercrime website spans beyond the overt cybercriminal usage of the website, either in an overtly or in a covertly way, either with the cybercriminal activity or otherwise. So, the conclusions we can gain is that our research work is with respect to cybercrimes involving the activities of organized groups in JNDH, Telangana. An image in the website during 2011 to 2004 captures the cybercrimes involved in the website by the twin organizations. In the cybercrime case study, the forensic evidence internal to the web as well as the external put together to prove the crime. So internally and externally, we are putting the forensic evidence in order to prove the crime. The sedition crime was neglected by the law enforcement agencies. The cybercrime has to be registered so as everyone should, so as to prevent the national losses. Because the logo used to give a visual representation of mention of the government of Telangana. The results of our work indicate that the loss of national consciousness of the public, particularly the teachers and the students in the JDH academic environment, and the resultant deleterious effect on the general public. So, the results of cybercriminal analytics in the context of the image analytics presented our successful endeavors for the development of national consciousness, national amity, national solidarity, national spirit, national unity among the educated elites who will be the torchbearers for the promotion of the same among the general public for successful digital India. Jai Hind.